welcome back to my channel, Numerics with Nadia. In this video, we will be building off of our last lesson. So if you guys haven't watched that video on the introduction to slope, I will go ahead and tag it right here for you guys. And for those of you who have now watched that last video, let's also quickly just review what slope is. So slope represents the steepness of a line, right? Change in y over change in x. And we have our formula here again. So if you don't already have this in your notes, please go ahead and copy it down. And the main purpose of the video is to get through some more practice questions, solving and finding the slope using 2 points. So let's go ahead and get into our practice section now. For the first one here, our directions just say to find the slope of a line. We have 2 points here. We have 1, 1 and 4, 3. We know that our equation for slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If I go ahead here and label all my coordinates, the 1, 1 would be my x1, y1, and the 4, 3 is my x2, y2. So now I'll go through here and just substitute n. We would have y2 minus y1, which would be 3 minus 1, over x2 minus x1, which is 4 minus 1. We know that 3 minus 1 is 2. We know that 4 minus 1 is 3. So our answer here, our slope, would be 2/3. And just to verify this graphically, we know that slope is rise over run, right? So to double check our answer here, it says our slope is 2/3. So that means that I should go up by 2 and over by 3 units to get to my next point, which is correct here. So we know that our slope is correct. So now that we've gone through that first one, let's get into our second practice question. Let's just start out again by writing our slope equation. We know it is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Our 2 coordinates here are 0, 0 and 2, -5. So the 0, 0 would be our x1, y1, and the 2, -5 would be our x2, y2. So we will go through here and just plug everything in. y2 minus y1 would be -5 minus 0. x2 minus x1 would be 2 minus 0. So -5 minus 0 is just -5. 2 minus 0 is just 2. So our slope here is -5 over 2. And let's just check it graphically as well. Here it is still rise over run, but our slope is negative. So we will go down 5 points and to the right 2, just to make sure and verify that we calculated our slope correct, which we did. So that wraps up our second practice problem for today. And now we'll move on to our third and final one. For this one again, we're rewriting that slope equation. Writing this equation multiple times will help our muscle memory, just so we remember this. So slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Our coordinates here are -3, 1 and -1, -3. And now that we've labeled all of our coordinates, let's go through here and substitute n. For our y2 minus y1, we'd have -3 minus 1. And then for our x2 minus x1, we would have -1 minus -3. Now what happens when we have a double negative? We add, right? So our numerator, -3 minus 1, would just be -4. And for our denominator, it'd be -1. Because of the double negative, we would be adding, so -1 plus 3. And we know that -1 plus 3 gives us 2. So -4 divided by 2, the simplified version of that is just -2. So our slope here is -2. And let's just go through graphically and make sure that that is correct. For -2, we go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, and we see that we get both of the coordinates that we had initially started with. So that means that our answer here is correct. And that wraps up our practice problems for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this practice video. Please let me know if there are any other video topics that you guys would like to see down below in the comments. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, share this video with a friend, and I will see you guys next time.